Hi children, good morning. This is your social science class. We are going to revise lesson number 10 in history. What is lesson number 10? Yes, political formations during the 18th century. Okay, we know about the Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb. He died in the year 1707. So his successor Bahadur Shah, okay, he came to the throne. He also ruled, and they made Rajputs, Marathas, Sikhs as their slaves. Okay, and Farooq Shah was killed by Syed brothers because he was incapable and weak. Then we are going to see about independent kingdoms on the remains of the Mughals, isn't it? Awadh, Bengal, Hyderabad, these three provinces were independent from the Mughals. Okay. Then Sadat Khan, he sent by the Mughal Emperor Muhammad Shah as the governor of Awadh. He suppressed the zamindars to pay the revenue. Then Bengal also broke away from the Mughal control, isn't it? So under Murshid Quli Khan, he was the governor of that Bengal province. Then Sujauddin, he succeeded. Then after Sujauddin, Alivardi Khan, he succeeded Sujauddin. Then after Alivardi Khan, Sirajuddaula. Okay, they made Bengal as a prosperous one. Because of that, the Battle of Plassey and Battle of Buxar happened. The English people, they need to capture the thing. Okay, then Hyderabad, yes, Nizam al Mulk Afja. He was the founder of Hyderabad state, isn't it? He was an intelligent man. He brought skillful soldiers from the North India to the South India. He gave more opportunity to the North Indian soldiers. Okay, he gave the ranks as Mansabdas and Jagis. Then the Rajputs, yes. So the Rajputs, these people, they were very loyal to the Mughals. Okay, here Savai Rajay Singh, he made a new capital called Jaipur, which is the pink city. Okay, then already we learnt so many things about Sikhs. The ninth Guru, Tegh Bahadur, he opposed Aurangzeb. So he was imprisoned and killed by Aurangzeb. Then Guru Gobind Singh, who was the last Sikh Guru, he started a movement called Khalsa, isn't it? Then he asked all the Sikh men to wear the five sacred symbols. What are the five sacred symbols? Yes, Kesha, Kanga, Kara, Kacha, and Kirpan. These were the sacred symbol. Then rise of Mysore children. We know that Hyder Ali, he became the ruler of Mysore from 1760 to 1782. He was a great administrator, isn't it? And then his son Tippu Sultan, he succeeded him in 1782 after his death, isn't it? Two Anglo-Mysore War happened. First Anglo-Mysore War between 1767 to 69 and second Anglo-Mysore War between 1780 to 84. These two things happened because these people, Hyder Ali and Tippu Sultan, they made Mysore as a rich and prosperous one. The English people, they need to capture the Mysore, so that's why they made the battle. Then we move to see about Shivaji. Shivaji was a brilliant soldier. He was a great leader. He eventually found the art of guerrilla warfare. Already learned, isn't it? He gained the support of the Deshmukh family. He got so many supports from various groups of people. So that's why Shivaji organized and used the forces to challenge the Mughal people. Then two important wars were there, war with Bijapur and war with Aurangzeb. Aurangzeb, he didn't like Shivaji, so he sent Shaista to capture Shivaji, but Shivaji wounded Shaista in the year 1663. Next, he sent Raja Jaisingh, who was very loyal to Aurangzeb, to crush Shivaji. Okay, in this time, this Raja Jaisingh, he captured Purandapur. Okay, and then Shivaji, he need to sign in the Treaty of Purandapur. But finally, Aurangzeb did not treat Shivaji well. So Shivaji escaped and he recaptured his forts. Then administration under Shivaji, we know Asta Pradhan, 8 ministers were in his council. Okay, these 8 ministers are called Peshwa, Shenapati, Nayadishi, Majumdar. Another name for Majumdar, Amatya, and Pan Sachiv, Sumanta, Mantri, and then the final thing is Dantakshya. Okay, these people they gave more information to Shivaji how to rule the country. Okay, the main source of income was land revenue. Two types of land revenue were there. One is Chauth, another one is Sartesh Mugi. 1/4 of the total land revenue is known as Chauth. 1/10 of the total land revenue is nothing but what? Yes, that is Sardesh Mukhi. Okay. Then administration of army of Shivaji was very well trained and disciplined. Okay, his army was divided into two things, infantry and cavalry. Infantry means the foot soldiers, cavalry means soldiers on horse. So already we read. In 1674, Shivaji crowned himself as the king and he assumed the title Chhatrapati Shivaji. Okay, he died in the year 1680. After his death, who was the Peshwas? Yes, the family of Chittapavan Brahmanas served as Peshwas. Okay, all the powers under these Peshwas. The first Peshwa was Balaji Vishwanath. Balaji Vishwanath. He took advantage of the Farrukh Shah's weakness and he asked to return the Maratha territories to them. Okay. The next one is Bajirao, the son of Balaji Vishwanath. He conquered Malwa, Gujarat, and parts of Bundelkhand. Okay. He also controlled Salsette and Bazaine from Portuguese people. So he won the title as Fighting Peshwa. Bajirao won the title as Fighting Peshwa. Then Balaji Bajirao. He ruled from 1740 to 1761. Okay. Then he was the head of Maratha. He was the head of Marathas from the year 1749. Okay. He captured, under his head, they captured Delhi. They captured Delhi and they seized Punjab from Abdali. Abdali was a king. He was the founder of Afghanistan. So, he made a fierce battle. Who made a fierce battle? Abdali made a fierce battle. Because the people under Balaji Bajirao, they captured his place, Punjab, isn't it? So that's why he opposed those people and made a fierce battle. Okay, and this Abdali, he defeated the Marathas. Okay, he captured his land back. So, because of the shock, Balaji Bajirao died in 1761. Thank you, children. That's all for today's class. Take a book and read the content carefully, children. Prepare well for your upcoming exam. Okay. Thank you, dears. Be safe at home.